Discovery 4. Alright. Ooh, big whiff. That's why I don't like playing the Discovery lands. Yeah, that was a huge whiff. That sucks. Alright, what's up everybody, this is Average Planeswalker, and we are back from a pretty long hiatus, but still here in Japan, which is great. But Final Fantasy just came out on Arena, and we got a bunch of new cards. I'm still not entirely sure if the meta is going to get shaken up or not. Steel Cutter is still on Arena. Steel Cutter and Mono Red Mice with Monstrous Rage is still like number 1. In paper, Omniscience combo is number 1. So there's like always different metas between paper and arena, and paper and moto, you know, things like that. So we're playing arena, so we have to play against, you know, cutter stuff and mono red aggro. So we have to build the deck around that. So today we're playing Yuna Aeons, Yuna Overlords. So we're gonna get into the deck tech. I'll try to make it quick. I'll chapter this out for YouTube. But be sure to check out my trading card game, Ronin TCG.com. It's a martial arts trading card game that I developed myself. And I'm still working on translation for Japanese, but the full spoiler is out, 200 cards. My first ever trading card game, and I'm pretty stoked about it. So I'd appreciate if you could check that out. Thanks. Okay, so here we are. Yuna's Aeons. This is probably the most and highly anticipated Magic set of all time. This Final Fantasy surpasses Lord of the Rings, wildly enough. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, we're playing Overlords, and Xur is going to rotate out in what, September or August, whenever rotation is in a few months. Xur is going to rotate, and Yuna is going to be the replacement, Yuna Hope Aspira, and this is the heart of the deck. She costs 3, a white and a green. She's a 3/5 legendary human cleric. During your turn, Yuna and enchantment creatures you control have trample, lifelink, and ward 2. Now, after I've been playing some games with this, you tend to forget the most important part of that. During your turn. So keep that in mind. During your turn is where she's the most powerful. I mean, that makes sense. If you played the games, obviously that's what it is. On defense, she was always pretty squishy. It's pretty lore accurate. At the beginning of your end step, return up to 1 target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. So we're going to get into that. So let's go through and start over to the side. Obviously, we're playing Up the Beanstalk. We've got it at 3 of. Collector's Vault is a 4 of. I did have 3. I upped it to 4. This card is what gets us everything we need. And it ramps us as well. So the fact that we can use this to get us a treasure, draw a card, and the discard effect is just bonkers. So I know that Garnet, is it Garnet? No, not Garnet. The red-green creature from Final Fantasy, and she has a landfall trigger. So I know we could play a land, draw a card, and discard. And so I know some people are going that route. I prefer Collector's Vault for the simple fact that it's 2 of any mana. Excuse me. And we don't have to splash red into this deck because it's Bant. But it's an artifact, so it's a lot more difficult to get rid of, especially since for the next few months we're still in a cut down meta and a goat for the throat meta. So having the discard outlet and the draw outlet on a creature is a bit risky in my opinion, but I do understand that this does cost 2 to activate, and I'm fine with that. That's not a big deal. So anyway, Collector's Vault is pretty important to the deck. We got DOJ 1 in the main, and we got 2 more in the sideboard, along with the new other board wipe Ultima, which we have 2 of, because Simulacrum Synthesizer is a thing still. Leyline the Guild Pack, this is so we can just fix out our mana curve and we can have a turn 1 Leyline Binding. Dion Bahamut's Dominant. This card is slept on. And I know through spoiler season, everybody just like dissed this card. This card is amazing. It is really, really good. It's 3 and a white, legendary creature, human noble knight. It's a 3/3 creature. Dragonfire Dive. During your turn, Dion and other knights you control have flying. When he enters, create a 2/2 white knight creature token. You can activate the ability, which is tap 6 and Dion, and you exile it, and it turns into Bahamut, Warden of Light. Before we get to that flip side, you're paying 4 for a 3/3 and a 2/2. You're paying 4 for 5 power. And you get an activation the next turn, most likely, because you probably don't play him on curve. You probably play him turn 5, and then turn 6 you activate him, because you're doing other things during turn 4. But anyway, you get 2 creatures out of it, and being able to have an ETB on Dion like this comes in clutch, and you'll see why later. Now he flips into Bahamut, Warden of Light, and this is the Saga aspect, which is a 5/5 flyer. Wings of Light, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. Those creatures gain flying until end of turn. Now on his front side, it said knights you control have flying. Bahamut says put a +1/+1 counter on all other creatures you control, on each other creature you control, and they gain flying. They don't have to be knights, they don't have to be anything. So everything just gets an immediate buff with a +1/+1 counter immediately. And that's the first 2 chapters. The third chapter is Giga Flare, destroy target permanent, exile Bahamut, and then you flip them back and go back to the side. Honestly, I've never had a game go past to chapter 3. He either dies or the game is over by then. So you usually get chapter 1 and 2, and that's completely fine. But yeah, this card is highly slept on, and I almost want to put this as a 3 of in there because I want to draw into it and use it constantly. But yeah, Dion Bahamut's Dominant, OP. So we're playing Elish Norn, 1 in the main, and we have a 2nd in the sideboard. So this is what I was talking about. When you play Dion and you have an Elish Norn out, then you're getting 2 2/2 knights, and your board just gets huge. It just gets huge, like crazy huge. This also is amazing for the fact that it shuts off all of your opponent's ETBs. The unfortunate thing about this card is that it's going to rotate. This is one card that I'm definitely going to miss. There's a few I'm going to miss, and some of them I'm glad rotation's happening. But Elish is like, she's a hidden gem in the meta because there's so much ETBs happening. Being able to shut them down is just like ridiculous. Like Esper Bounce just gets shut down by Elish Norn, which is wild. Obviously this town ain't big enough, I get it, but I mean that entire deck is based on ETBs, So yeah, we're running the Elish. We have our Overlord package. We're running 2 Flood Pits, mostly for the draw and the discard effect, so we can get all our enchantments into the graveyard. We are rocking 3 Hauntwoods. I've tried 4. 3 is just as good. It works just as good, and it's great for your wallet because these things are like still expensive in paper and in wild cards. So 3 works. It does wonders still, because you got to remember that whether you discard it or if you play it for 5 and it gets destroyed, it dies or whatever, it's still in the graveyard. Yuna can bring it back, so like it's recursion pretty good. 4 Landland Binding, 3 Overlord and Mistmoors, and here we go into the good stuff. Summon Knights of Round. This is an 8-drop saga new from Final Fantasy, and it has 5 chapters. And the first 4 chapters are create 3 2/2 white knight creature tokens, and this creature alone is a 3/3 indestructible. And then on chapter 5, Ultimate End, other creatures you control get a +2/+2 to end of turn. Put an indestructible counter on each of them. This gets out of control real quick, and putting this down like on turn 4 or 5 is like it's like ridiculous. It just runs away. If they don't have a board wipe, this just takes off the game. And then you put this down like turn 5, and then you rock Dion out, put out another 2/2, and then you flip them on turn 6, and then everything gets a +1/+1 counter, and then they get flying, and then you just like face, like, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. So yeah, we're running 3 of those, and we are also rocking the new Bahamut, the 9-drop. And again, these come out like turn 4 or 5, which is really, really good. And I did have 2 knights in here, but knowing how the meta is, there's so much happening on the board state. You play 1 cutter, and then you play opt, and all of a sudden you have like 3 different permanents you have to take care of. Well, I'd rather put out 3 2/2 knights to block, next turn get 3 more, rather than put out Bahamut. So Bahamut is really good for single target removal, or if they maybe leyline binding your item, or if they have an artifact such as like Stone Brain or Vacuum, and you want to get rid of that, then Bahamut's really good for that. But he's also just like a huge threat, to be honest. So that's really good to still, he does work. He just does work. And this is our land package. 4 plains, 4 forest, 2 verge, 2 archive, 2 verge, 2 porticos, 2 maze, 2 more verges, and 4 starting town. This card is really good for mana fixing, obviously. So yeah, that's the main board. And the sideboard, we are rocking 2 disenchant because instant speed removal for Cutter is very much so needed. Temporary lockdown, we're going to keep playing this until it rotates, which I'm going to be sad to see this leave. DOJ, your turn 4 board wipe. Ultima, for all of the artifacts that we need to worry about. 2 get lost, obviously reasons. Negates, 2 stone brain. This is mostly for, like, for some reason I'm seeing a bunch of Atali decks again. I'm seeing synthesizer decks all over again, but I mean, obviously you get out core key cards such as Cutter, Atali, synthesizer, Ugins, you know, things like that. A second Elish Norn and the other Ultima. Now, I do have 2 ideas, well, 1 idea, but 2 cards I want to put in. I'm trying to think and figure out how I can add 2 Elspeth into this, because we're dealing with a lot of token generation, and Elspeth can just like blow that out of the water. So I'm still going to kind of ponder how I can add 2 more Elspeth into this and kind of go from there. But this is Yuna's Aeons. Here, let me just change this. Whoops. Aeons. There we go. This is Yuna's Aeons, and it has been fun. I don't have the percentages up yet. Actually, I didn't take a screenshot of them, but I think I was on the train earlier, so it didn't record all the games I played. I played like 4 games on the train, and I went 3-1, and these are all best of 3 games. On here, I think I've probably played like 6 games, and then I'm probably like 4-2. So the deck is probably like 7-3 out of like 10 games, which is still really good. Those numbers are still really good, especially at the beginning of a new meta, with when the is it decks are just rocking out everywhere, where you have Cutter everywhere, where you have mono red everywhere. It's still able to compete with those. So I'm pretty happy about it. Yeah, so let's get to some games. All right. So we kind of really want the Leyline of Guild Pact, so our mana is fixed, but since we have starting town, we can rock this, because we can still turn 3 Overlord. Let's go ahead and Portico. Keep that on top. Kind of want to just make sure you hit all your lands. We are rocking 24. I did go up to 26, and we're just getting flooded, so I'm not too worried about that. Let us archive. I don't need the forest. So this comes in untapped on turns 1, 2, and 3. So turn 3 will drop this, and then we'll do the Overlord. So we're going against Chocobos, obviously. Yep. Take damage. I'm thinking we're gonna do Elish Norn, and then we go Dion. Or do I just want to board wipe? Do I just board wipe? I think so. Yeah, we're gonna board wipe. Let's go just get rid of all those. Put the starting town in. So next turn we'll put Elish Norn out. And then, yeah, because it's going to stop all of this landfall. We only have one white source, so... Okay, that's cool. That's fine. Alright. Okay. So here we go. This is where things start to get crazy. Alright, so we're going to drop this first. 3, 4. We're still going to have enough. We're going to get 2/2/2 knights. And we're going to get our Overlord. Let's see. This cost 2. Has Ward 2. We're just going to pass. Yep, that ain't happening. GG, homeboy. Go and just get this Chocobo out of here. And we get 2 triggers because of Hellish. That's like, well, even Zur Overlords doesn't even play Elish, but that is like the power of Elish Norn. Alright, so we're gonna put in both Get Lost, Temporary Lockdowns, Disenchant. This is all to hit all those enchantments, because, I mean, bingo, bango. Want to get rid of those. We're gonna take out 1 Dion, 1 Collector's Vault, 1 Beanstalk. I did rock 4 Beanstalks, but then I like drew my deck out, so I've knocked it down to 3, and then when I sideboard, most of the time I just take out another one. Because you're still drawing a lot of cards with Collector's Vault, and you're sifting through cards and bringing them back with Overlord, and you're getting a bunch of mana, like, it's crazy. One of these. Let's see. Take out a Bahamut, because they're bringing out like a bunch of different multiple things are coming out, so just a single target removal just isn't going to be that good against this deck, I don't think. Still keep 2, but don't need the 3. We can keep this. Yo, that's what's up. Get rid of that. We don't have a white source for it. I know we don't have a white source for Leyline Bindings either, but I want to try and draw into a white source. I think I need to put some Fable Passage in here or something. That, draw a card. Collector's Vault, there we go. And that makes up for it. Sick. Sure, we'll let them have that. I'm just gonna pretty much wait until they landfall the heck out of it next turn. So we play this. Hold up. Almost messed that up, right? Whoa. Slow your roll. So now we can Leyline Binding for 1. Let's go. 3 Leyline Bindings. I'm gonna be sad this card rotates too. Sure. Go ahead and get this Chocobo out of here. Where to go? Surveil, we don't need that land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unfortunately, we can't Elish Norn into a Leyline Binding. Next turn we can. Do I just miss more? I think I just missed more. Nah, we'll just pass. We gotta Get Lost. We can Collector's Vault to get to discard an enchantment. And we still have Leyline Binding, so we're going to be drawing cards off of that too, so. Starting town, let's go. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Then we'll activate Vault. We're gonna get rid of 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting town. We're looking for the Yuna, which would be dope to get. We're gonna Elish Norn. Get a starting town anyway, which is cool. We have 1 and a treasure open. So we have Leyline Binding, which we can double Leyline Binding. Which is pretty wild. I'm gonna do this now because if they get a land off of this, then they'd get a trigger. I don't want them to. Okay, that's cool. Yep, seems good. We're about to get 6. We're about to get 6 knights, yo. And we got Yuna off the rip. Oh, they only gave us 3? What? No attack. Did I? Shouldn't I have got 6? Alright, so here we go. It just gets out of control like really fast. And obviously if they board wipe, you can rebuild with Yuna. So, I mean, it's crazy. And this is why I'm saying, like, I think putting Elspeth in here just like breaks the deck. But I'd like to rock probably like 2 or 3 Elspeth. We got 2 Surveils and a town. We'll keep this. Lesh Portico. Whenever I see Lesh Portico, I always think of Domain. So I'm curious if that's what they're playing. Apparently it's a very important decision. I have these same sleeves. These sleeves are sick. But I like this one because it's the counterspell. Okay. Oh, we got Collector's Vault. That's what's up. We don't need that. We have plenty of land. So we're going to put Starting Town and then we're going to drop the Vault. That way we can start making treasures and start kind of pulling ahead here. So they got Sunfall. That can be a problem. I don't think I put both negates are in the main or in the side. Let's see. I have 3. Let's just surveil. Get rid of that. Ooh, Terra. Terra is pretty scary. There goes Haunt Woods. 1, 2, 3, 4. We gotta figure a way to get rid of that. 3, 4. I'm trying to decide if I keep this or throw it away. If we need the mana for it. I think we just throw it away and get it back with Yuna. We're gonna go ahead and Elish Norn this turn. If Elish Norn can survive, that should put him back a turn for Terra. They would need like hard removal to get rid of Elish. Okay. Which is fine. I think I want to get rid of her right now. Exile, then return. Yes, let's just get rid of her now. We'll pass. We'll activate Collector's Vault. BO3. Sure. Do they have another Get Lost? Okay, cool. Oh, we got our boom! There's Yuna! Let's go! Let's Portico and see if we can discard something. Such as a Plains. I was wondering when the Get Lost was going to happen. We're just going to Leyline Binding it back, so that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll just end. I wanted to get the Mistmoors, but we can't let Terra flip. She becomes a huge problem. We don't have spot removal at the moment. Let's do this. Hit this. See what we can draw. Alright, I'm cool with that. Let's get the negates in there. I think another Elish Norn will do because they have a lot of ETBs. Get Lost. I really want to just like... I think Terra is like the big part of their deck. Because this chapter 1, 2, and 3 gets out of control real quick. Like my second game, no, my first game was against Terra. First game on Arena. Played against Terra. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And it just like got out of control. It was insane. What she cost? She's a 3-drop. 3-drop 4/2. Oh, Commander, y'all are ruining this format. Ugh. Okay. So I'm thinking of putting a Stone Brain in for Terra, specifically for Terra. Could rock more board wipes. Drop down one of those. One here, one here. That's fine. Let's do that. They either left or they're really sideboard. Okay, they were really sideboarding. I'm very curious. I feel like we're going to lose this now because that's the longest sideboard I've seen in a long time. Yeah, they left. Alright, so we'll get a third game in. Yeah. Alright, real quick, because I am curious. if we can... Wow, I spelled that all completely wrong. It still did. Oh, my Lanta. There we go. What that was all about. If we can... We have to. We just have to. Alright, we're gonna put 2 in. Cool. Done. Take out 1 collector's vault. That was easy. Ooh, this is the hard part. I feel like maybe we take out the DOJ, just keep the 2 in the side. Cool, done. Alright. I'm glad I was convinced by myself. Alright, let's see if this dub can get us in the diamond. We're plat 1 right now. The brilliant. Ooh. It's not very often I see another brilliant. Alright, we get to go first. That's sick. Oh, let's go. Oh, man. I do not want to keep this, though. I mean, we do have a... We have 1 surveil, and we have the ley line. Oh, man. This is such a good hand. If I keep this, we lose. If I mulligan, we're gonna get a worse hand and we lose. And that's the truth of it. Oh, do I risk it and just meticulous archive? Maybe it's a vault, or maybe if it's a land, and then I can overlord. Oh, I think we have to mulligan. Yeah, this was a worse hand. God, I knew it. Okay, so we're gonna put this deck back. Yeah, just put that in the graveyard. Blue, white. Well, at least we can haunt woods, so that was a good top deck. Are they? Is it cutter or something? World map. Okay, so we get a haunt woods. That's dope. Which gives us leyline binding mana. Sacrifice our search library for basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Sacrifice our search library for land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Is this like a better expedition map? Like, would Tron use this? No, because expedition map is 2, or is it 3? I think it's 2. It's been a minute since I played Oh, okay. I don't want to do this. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna get rid of that because we can't have that going off. No big deal, Spit. That's what's up. Wow, we mulligan and we're coming back with a vengeance. That's what I'm talking about. Creatures entering don't cause abilities to trigger. Okay, that's creatures. So leyline binding can get rid of that. It's just ETB. Okay. I can't play either of these for the time being, so we're just gonna put the vault down and we'll pass. This can still trigger off the attack, though, so that's good. Torpor Orb. I respect it. That's really good. That'll replace Elish. I used to play Torpor Orb a lot, but I like the fact that you get the double for your stuff. Job Select is so good. Yep, take 3 to the face. Activate the vault. We're going to bin a guild pact. Oh, this dude has Trampile. That's fine. We gotta get rid of Torpor Orb, that's for sure. I have to check the ruling on these new Saga creatures. Are they always a creature or enchantment, or depends on where they are? I can't remember. MTG Final Fantasy Saga rules. Okay, so there's that. We'll play the Elspeth. Draw a card. Leyland Binding, that's what's up. That's what we needed. Okay. So we'll create 2 dudes. Keep the Leyland Binding up. We get our Hauntwoods. I was looking up the rules, and I don't think we're going to need the rules right now, because I'm binding that orb like crazy. Discovery 4. Alright. Ooh, big whiff. That's why I don't like playing the Discovery lands. Yeah, that was a huge whiff. That sucks. Gomenasai. That is, ugh. Alright, let's see. So, artifacts. So, this is where we're going to bring in Ultima. Those maps are 1-drops. This is 2. This is 2. I think, is this 2? That's a 3. It's an artifact, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna bring in Disenchants, 2 temporary lockdowns, 2 negates. Drop out Dion, 1 collector's ball, 1 beanstalk. Let's see, 1 knights. And the guild pacts? Yeah. We'll just take out all 4 of those. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll rock that. Ooh, 1 lander. Can't keep that. We can keep this one. We'll keep the temp lockdown. Do I just put the binding back? I think so. Yeah. Okay. Archive. Keep that there. I mean, I guess I could have kept the binding, but this is actually really good consistency right here. So I think we chose correctly. I'll probably end up lockdowning my own beanstalk. Just kind of depends. Yeah, I will eventually. We're gonna draw that card now, though. Unless they get rid of it for us. Synthesizer. I don't have Disenchant. Pass. We're gonna pop out Dion next turn. Yo. We'll get a 2/2 out of it too, as well. Oh, are they gonna counter it? Yep, that's fine. The only one we had in the deck, which is okay, because that'll most likely mean they're gonna play something that's a 3 or 4 drop, and we should be able to land the Elish, which will be more detrimental to them. Bingo bango. And we got the Leyline Binding. We have another Get Lost. Your synthesizer still triggers. They did have another Get Lost. That's fine. We're going to do this. Nah, we don't need that. Let's go ahead and get rid of the synthesizer. Probably has another Get Lost. same thing. It's a 4-drop. Disenchant would be amazing right now. Take this though. Yep. No, we'll play the vault. Like, all they have is removal. I thought it was a 3. Oh, 3 or greater. Okay, sure. Okay, let's see. Let's activate the vault. We're gonna get hit. We're gonna get punched in the face. Preferably, we don't want to get punched in the face too hard. Let's just do this. They just have like the answer for everything. Everything. Let's put out another vault. Oh, that's game. That sucks. Oh my god. Like, seriously. Counterspell. Removal. Removal. Protection. Removal. Removal. Ugh. Oh, they whiffed again. So we're definitely going to have to lock down, which means we're going to get rid of both of our bolts. Let's get a board wipe. I'm getting flooded. Okay. Activate one of these. 3, 6, 7, 8. That wasn't gonna do it. We gotta get rid of that. Do it again. If we can get a Yuna, that'd be sick. Nope, we could just keep getting flooded. Oh, that's disgusting. I like keeping one lander in my hand, just so it gives them like an idea of like, oh, what could he have? But if we're gonna be playing like big things, we need to put all the lands there. They can activate the repurposing bay, which is kind of scary. But I think they have to sacrifice something. I'm trying to remember. We have 8 lands. Yo, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
My flame, join the fight.
Sacrifice another artifact. They don't want to. Got it. Oh! Oh, yo, that's game. This is gonna get dirty real quick.
Ready arms.
Yep. We'll take a Bahamut. Thank you. What are we getting? Let's... Oh my god. Yo, that's 3 best of 3 games. Done. I mean, there you have it. Like, we just ran through 3 best of 3 games and we 2-0'd everything. Or did we lose one? We might have lost one. I'm pretty sure we 2-0'd everything. But this deck is just like, it has the outs for almost anything because I've beaten Corey Steelcutter numerous times. I've beaten Mono Red. They're hard decks to beat for sure, and I beat Esper Bounce. I haven't come across Omniscience yet, and I haven't come across like the mirror match. But I think because I am rocking Elish Norn, it'll shut down the mirror, like just 100% shut down the mirror. We are, like I said, we have the Ultima for the synthesizer deck, so obviously they're coming back with a vengeance. So the one deck that actually gave me problems, which I did lose, was a I think it was like either a Azorius colorless Ugin deck, or it was mono blue Ugin. Either way, it was just like artifact colorless Ugin. Ended up losing that match because the thing about the Ugin decks is if you can get to turn 7, 8, or 9, you pretty much win the game. Because if they can't answer your Ugin, every single thing you play, you're just gonna exile the board, and that's what they were doing. So there wasn't much that I was able to do. So I tweaked the deck, and I put the Stone Brains in there, in the sideboard for Ugins, to stop that from happening. But then they just overwhelmed me with a bunch of other things. So that was a pretty rough match to play against. But anyway, this is Yuna's Aeons, and yeah, Yuna is the real deal, 100%. And to be honest, we only played Yuna like a couple times, which tells you that even without Yuna, if they Stone Brain you, or if they Stained Glass, is it Stained Glass? It's from Eldraine. It's 2 and 2 black, and you can exile a creature, and then you surgical extract. You know, so if they just surgically extract all of Yuna's, or they exile them, or destroy them all somehow, the deck still like is extremely strong. Now, do keep in mind that this deck is expensive in paper and on Arena. You got 4 rares here. You have 2 more here, so that's 6. You have a mythic here. You have 2 mythics here. 2 more mythics here. 3 more mythics here. 3 more mythics here. 4 rares. 3 mythics. 3. That's not even including the rare lands and all this. But if you've been playing Arena for a long time, then you'll probably have a lot of this. So this is going to be your new expensive stuff if you have the majority of all of this already. Like this stack right here. Like these right here. These are going to be the ones that's going to cost you, essentially, if you want to make this deck. And then, obviously, Ultimas. And, yeah, that's it. So, yeah, pretty much just like the Ultimas. And this is your expensive from the new set. And when it comes to rotation, I think the only thing we lose is Elish Norn. Everything else is staying. So, oh no, we lose Leyline Binding. That's gonna suck. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to replace that, because that's big. That's real big. All the lands we keep. This is all that. We keep Disenchant, I'm pretty sure. Tap when locked in, we lose. DOJ we keep. Get Lost we keep. Negates we keep. Stone Brain. That's going to be gone. And the other Elish Norn. So, yeah. We also lose Defabricate, which kind of sucks. But anyway, I'm rambling at this point. If you stayed this long, I really appreciate it. And I'd really appreciate if you go check out my trading card game. I'm always up to playtest. I have it on Tabletop Simulator, which is on Steam. So go check it out. Let me know what y'all think. I'm trying to push it out to the public here in Japan and still in the States and playing it online. I still need a couple of game testers to polish out and fine-tune the mechanics and everything. But it's a really fun game. It's based on martial arts and my experience in martial arts. So, yeah, if you don't mind, check it out. Get a hold of me. Let me know what you think. And, go from there. But anyway, this is Yuna Aeons. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. And I will catch y'all later. Peace.